Are you looking for a dash cam? Let's take a look at one of the popular models in the low-cost category. The Viofo A119S dash cam is one of the popular dash cam models in the sub $100 US category. It has the full range of expected features except for maybe Wi-Fi connectivity that you'll be looking for in a small dash cam. In this review, we're going to give you an overview of the camera and some important features, as well as take a look at some videos taken using the Viofo A119S dash cam. First is the fact that it doesn't have a battery to help ensure the video files are properly closed when the vehicle's power source is turned off. Instead, it uses a capacitor to provide a bit of power when shutting down and when first starting up. The main benefit for using a capacitor is that if you live in a hot part of the country where interior vehicle temperatures can exceed 150 degrees, those high temps can cause a small lithium polymer battery to fail. In theory, the capacitor isn't impacted by the heat. In theory. I found that living in the Phoenix area that my car's first start of a hot summer day that should result in the camera turning on with the ignition often doesn't happen. The capacitor has discharged and the camera needs to be started by pushing the start button or the on button. Subsequent vehicle starts result in the camera starting per normal. I've used this camera for several months now, and as we've moved into the cooler part of the year with daily highs in the 80s or 90s, the camera starts just fine on the first vehicle start of the day. So, for many of you, this won't make much difference. The A119S also comes with a camera lens that has a narrower field of view than the 118 and the A119 without the S. This 135-degree field of view versus the 170-degree field of view that is often found on action cameras and dash cams means the edges of the frame don't have as much of a curve to them. 135 degrees is plenty to display what's happening around you, and the reduced fisheye effect means you can use the video footage in a trip video or other video project without processing it through software fisheye correction tool. The camera comes with a 12-volt connector that plugs into the round connection in your vehicle, or you can get a direct wire kit, which is what I did. The direct wire kit comes with a long power cable and voltage reducer and a add-a-circuit fuse plug. In my case, the plug was the wrong style fuse for my vehicle, which meant a quick trip to the auto parts store for the right one. They're cheap. The cable was easy to hide behind my vehicle's trim panels, and the fuse block was easily accessible. Check where yours is before ordering. Some are really hard to get to. There is a separate polarizing filter that snaps onto the lens. It's worth the price if you think you want to use the video for anything beyond documenting a crash. Windshield glare is greatly reduced, making the video much nicer to add to some other video project. The last thing I'll mention is the GPS mount. Many versions of this kit comes with both a standard and GPS mounting block. With the GPS block, you can use the menu on the camera to select adding GPS data such as latitude and longitude, as well as vehicle speed, to the bottom of the video. The speed data could be handy if the person you collide with claims that you were speeding and that was the primary cause of the accident. The minor downside to the GPS mounting block, which has been documented in other reviews and had happened to me as well, is that when powering the camera through the mounting block, the camera can sometimes lose power and reset. The fix is simple though. Just power the camera through the USB power input on the camera. The GPS unit will get its power from the camera instead of the other way around. There are a couple of good mounting video reviews of this camera on YouTube, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time getting into that detail. Just remember to mark a level line with painter's tape where you plan to place the mounting block, and then mount and unmount the camera on the block while holding it in place, just to make sure you'll be able to clear the windshield mounted rear view mirror. When you're sure it will fit, clean off the glass and place the mounting block using the adhesive mounting foam it comes with. Even if you choose to hardwire the A119S to your vehicle, you'll want to store the round 12-volt connector and short USB cable in your vehicle. That way, if you need to show a police officer the recording, you can just dismount the camera from the windshield mount and plug it into a 12-volt socket to access the video screen with a much better viewing angle. This will also allow you to take the camera down and turn off the various screen displays if you plan on using the video in a larger video project where all that data on the bottom would be a distraction. As noted in the product description, the A119S doesn't come with an SD card. It takes a micro SD card, and since you are using it to capture video, you should get a Class 10 or UHS type card. The camera fills the card and then starts overwriting the oldest file, so you don't need to worry about filling the card and stopping recording. As a dash cam, that's perfect. You can press a button on the camera to lock a file, and the camera will automatically lock the file if it senses a high G event like a collision. With all that in mind, you simply don't need a huge capacity card. To use the files in a video project, you'll need to download them into your computer before they are overwritten. Take a look at your SD card after a road trip to see how many hours of recording you have to determine the recording capacity of your card in minutes at the frame rate and resolution you've selected. Let's finish this review with some videos I've taken using the A119S. I've got both daylight and nighttime videos. All in all, I'm pretty pleased with the A119S from Viofo. At $100, it's a good value. I've been using this for about 9 months now and have found it to be reliable and to produce good quality video. If you found this video helpful, please click on the thumbs up button for this video and subscribe to the Gadget Talk channel. And click on the bell icon to be notified when I post new videos. Thanks for watching.